That thing bleeding. That thing bleeding. Oh my. Wonky slush. Hello, WiLLo Davis. How's it going? So last week I made the viral flour chicken, vegan chicken type thing, and some bread. This week I wanted to make the viral Gordon Ramsay vegan eggplant steak. A few things to address with this. I don't know if you've heard of this before already. The Gordon Ramsay eggplant steak. He has a video up on YouTube making it. There's a whole recipe on his website or whatever. A bunch of people have been trying this so far. I think we should give it a try. I got most of the things you need. So anyway, maybe you've seen this before. Maybe you haven't. It is basically you're like really just charring the hell out of the eggplant, then peeling it, and then you kind of like you cover it in a bunch of spices and stuff, and then pour a bunch of this juice on it. This jus, you call it a jus, I guess. It's this whole thing made out of like red wine and beet juice and a bunch of other spices and stuff, and some bouillon or whatever. Cook it really slow, really long time, and then you have a nice eggplant steak thing. And I know people are gonna be like, really? This is a steak to those vegans? This is what they think a steak is? No, it's not. Obviously, not fooling anybody. There's lots more steak-like things that you could have if you're just trying to make it as realistic as possible or whatever, to be like a steak. It's gonna be eggplant in the end. It's gonna be like a seasoned, flavorful eggplant. It's not. Hi. You need anything? You waiting for your eggplant? You can't have any. But anyway, so the actual recipe, you can check it out. He's got like some creamy mashed potatoes that go with it, some wine glazed mushrooms, stuff like that, like really doing it all up. Anything I can help you with at all, Holly? Okay, so now here's my whole thing with it. If you're coming to see that actual recipe, I'm not doing the whole thing. The thing he makes looks incredible. Don't get me wrong, but it's just so many things that I just really didn't feel like buying or doing and all that. And I didn't get the wine. I'm not buying a thing of wine to cook one eggplant. I don't drink really. And I don't know if you know this, in New Jersey, you can't really even get alcohol at most grocery stores and convenience stores and stuff. It's like it's a separate thing, like a liquor store. That's probably a weird thing to some of you, but so here's what I did get. Out of all the different things it calls for, I got the eggplant, of course. Honestly, the eggplant it looks mediocre. It's not the best looking eggplant I've ever seen. Selection was not great. Maybe everyone wanted to make it the viral eggplant steak. I didn't get beet juice. I got cut beets. I'll just blend them up real quick because that'll do fine. I got rosemary, not on the long stalk or fresh or anything like that, but that'll be fine. I did get some nice bouillon, basically, some mushroom gravy cubes. I know that's not really a bouillon, but it'll work for me and my family. I think he has to put a little bit of mushroom powder in his stuff, which it would be good. That would be a good addition, but I just have this. It's probably gonna go in the sauce. I got some black pepper, some cumin, some garlic, and some onion powder, and the salt, obviously. And so I'm doing a very basic stripped down version of this. And let me say, I acknowledge the point of this whole thing. The eggplant is a vessel for these nice flavors, the nice sauce, the exquisite spices that he chose. And I know he takes the full spices, toasts them up, then grinds them in a spice grinder thing, all nice and fresh, very flavorful stuff. And it's like, you're not eating this to taste eggplant, is what I gather from the recipe. It's like you're making all this very nice flavors and you're putting it into the eggplant. So as soon as you start stripping it down, cutting corners, you're really just reducing the outcome of what it is. I understand that. I don't have high expectations for how this is gonna come out, but I just wanted to try it, see what it kind of comes out with. So yeah, I'm not using the red wine. I'm not doing crazy stuff with the spices. I'm not making any of the sides. And I acknowledge that it's going to be worse off for that. But I just wanted to see if we can still get the basic kind of idea, So anyway, I watched a couple people try this in different ways, and the first thing you're supposed to be doing is like basically char this on the stove. Like, so you put it just right on top of the stove, and the flames, just char the outside so you can peel it off. And it says in the recipe that if you got an electric stove or whatever, you can just broil it. And I saw someone do that, but they put it on like an oiled baking sheet to broil it, and the amount that needs to get broiled for you to peel skin and stuff, I didn't think that was a good idea at all, personally. It was just going to burn the oil, and it filled their kitchen up with smoke or whatever. I think what I would do is, because I have these burners, so obviously I can't just put it directly on those burners, I'm going to put it in to broil, and I'm just going to move a rack up to the top, put it on top of just directly on the rack, and then probably put some on a lower rack, put some, aluminum foil, just to catch any drippings, because a lot of moisture has to come out of this for it's gonna shrink a lot. Your eggplant's gonna shrink a lot, so get ready for that. Onto the bottom rack will go my little pan just for catching the stuff, just to reduce the mess. Broil. Do I have to set the temperature? I don't know. Very hot. Very, very hot. Okay, so that's... Oh, you know what? Better take the sticker off of it. I mean, I guess you don't have to, because it's just going to burn up anyway, but would be good. Okay, and... Oh, so definitely going to be turning this frequently with some tongs. I wish I had some full metal ones for this. I'll just be careful not to let these melt, These are good for lots of things, but I don't know if I would put it into a broiler to turn the eggplant around, but I'll just be careful. All right, oh, you know what? Let me turn that. There we go. All right, you be good. You be good now. You know what? I probably should have just gotten the liquid out of that can. But, okay. We'll see what we can do with it. a lot of fiber in there now. Didn't really think about that. How's this going? How's this going? That's an eggplant in the oven right there. Okay, now I'm gonna do the kind of spice rub thing. I'm not really measuring anything, just kind of putting amounts onto here. That's going to end up that's going to cover the eggplant once it's all peeled and everything, okay? Okay, here's some spices ready to get rubbed on once this is done broiling, which is going to take a very long time. So I'm going to get started on the sauce. I'm just going to call it the sauce. I'm just going to do the beet or puree, I guess it is at this point, and rosemary for now. Let that just go for a little bit. See what this ends up doing. There's there's so much fiber in it now that I was not planning for. And then I think instead of butter, I'm just using olive oil. I know. That's later. That's later. So let me just, I don't know, get this going for now with some rosemary and see what it does. Okay. It's so dense. Oh no. Use this thing so it doesn't stain. While we're at this standstill right here with everything, how's it going? How's your day? You like Gordon Ramsay? Who's your favorite Food Network chef? I mean he does a lot more than Food Network, obviously. He's like an actual chef with like restaurants and stuff. But who do you? I like Guy Fieri, big Guy Fieri. I know he's like the restaurateur more than just like the chef. But that I also like I like Good Eats. Yeah, I like Good Eats a lot. What do you like? Let me know down in the comments. We'll make that's question of the day right there. Who do you watch on Food Network or even anywhere else? Maybe you like Kay's Cooking more than any of those people. Gordon Ramsay, I know people think he like hates vegans. I think he like makes fun of vegans on TikTok or something like that. That's probably mostly like that vegan teacher's fault for making that a nice form of comedy. But no, he as far as I know, he doesn't hate vegans. He cooks some vegan stuff. He's, like this, for example. I definitely can appreciate like a kind of food personality person that is cool with vegan stuff. Like Guy Fieri goes to like vegan places all the time on diners, drive-ins, and dives. It's very refreshing because I feel like a lot of those Food Network types think they're like too good for it or whatever, or poo-poo it, so it's cool when they're, willing to make something vegan and not make it like a whole big deal. It's nice to see. Okay, this is doing a thing. I should probably give the eggplant a turn that's in the oven. You doing okay in there? Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Oh, you know what? It's very very plump. Like it's expanding with the heat, so might explode or something soon. Let's find out. Okay, this is starting to I don't know, do a thing. So let's pour some olive oil into it. Oh, I don't know how much. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. And let's throw this in there. I think I'll do good in there. My mushroom gravy cube. Now this is gonna be a real sauce. If it gets too thick, I have some vegetable broth I will add to it. But let's just see how this does. It is pretty thick, being that it's like a beet puree and not beet juice. But let's see what happens. Get this all mixed in here. Don't want anything to fry. Honestly looking pretty good. It's pretty good. You know what? It ain't bad. I don't know if you can tell. It's starting to get it's getting a little saggy, a little crunchety. I'm gonna keep letting it do its thing. Hopefully it doesn't like fall through the rack there, but we'll see. It's getting very thick. Adding some vegetable broth. Oh yeah, that thing bleeding. Oh my, walkie slush. I'm starting to think about it, and I think it might be done. The oven just closed on itself. I think it might have been done for a while, actually. I'm not too sure. I think we could take it out. Oh yeah, that's Whoops. Don't be shy now. Come on now. Okay, hi. I think two things happened. I think one is that my broiler did not get it hot enough that it just charred the outside and didn't also cook the inside. And two, I kind of think this eggplant sucks. I think this is not a good eggplant. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I just suck. Okay, well, I'm still doing it. It's still happening. Ready? Okay, it's not so bad. Okay, now get back in the oven, you absolute disappointment. So, how long did I broil for? Probably, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes, 25, something like that. Now, throw it back in the oven. I put like 400 degrees in the oven. It's gonna bake it for a while. Oh, I don't know. And then, after that, I just transfer it to the pan. And I'm just gonna spoon the jus over. I guess that's it. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out fine. I've never done anything like this. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Honestly, not looking too bad at this point. I know it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's looking pretty good. I might give it a flip or something. Oh, it's coming around. I gave it a flip. It was kind of falling apart, but I did get it to flip. It's real good. Whatever's on here, real good. Like probably just a blend of spices. I don't know. There's just so much moisture in the friggin' eggplant, taking so long. Getting tired, but almost done. We're almost done. I could take it out. Once it's done, throw it in the jus, spoon some on, let it kind of get all in there. Do I have to bake it? Do I have to bake it again? Let me go check his recipe. I'm putting it in the jus. I'm putting it in. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm turning the oven off. Even. We're just doing it. We're just making it happen. Yeah, I have no idea. Looks good. That's a steak right there. Let's see what happens. I think I'm supposed to bake it again. I've come this far, I can't stop now, right? I don't even know if there's enough left to take it out. I think it's just kind of became part of the sauce. It's just eggplant sauce now. Let me see. Okay, unfortunately, I have actually saved enough of it to warrant continuing this adventure. Looks. Hey, I'll give you one thing. It does look like a pile of raw meat. So that's something. Guess I'll go ahead and throw this back in the oven at 400 degrees or something. Okay, it's in there. So I know what happened. I put the eggplant in the oven to broil. It didn't get hot enough for it to just char the outside and leave the rest. It just cooked the whole thing in its own skin. That's what happened. That's why I went wrong. That's why mine exploded, and all the other ones you see, they kind of were able to daintily peel off the skin, and it was still a whole eggplant. So let's see if I still get something good out of this. This is taking so long. I'm charging my phone because It's just taking so long. Yes, I'm laying on the floor. It's later. It's been, I don't know, 15 minutes, something like that. I think I'm done. I think this is gonna be it, right? I mean, hey, it's something. I could definitely, you know, I could see there'd be an additional appeal if it had gotten like a nice dark char to the outside, but let me attempt to plate it. I don't know. Okay, usually I like to say like I gave it a fair shot, even if it doesn't turn out good. This one, I'll admit, I half-assed it. I probably could have given it a better attempt. I'll admit also, if I had kept it in the oven at the last point that it was in there a bit longer, probably would have firmed up, got a little more moisture out of it, and maybe been a little more steak-like. But it's just been so long, I just had to give up, But that's something edible. Ready to try it? I got a steak knife out for this. Sorry about the lighting. Actually, I could just flip it around. Oh, it's fine. Okay, let's see. It's very soft still. I know I probably could have cooked it longer to get more of the moisture out, but here's a cross section for you. Looks like some very soft eggplant. That's what it looks like. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Dude, I can hear you purring. You're not getting my eggplant steak. Is it really that convincing? Jeez. And yes, it's kind of falling apart. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's very soft. Very, very soft, but oh my god, it's actually really good. It's good. You don't even really have to cut it. I realize I can just kind of pick at it. It just falls apart. Yeah, it's good. I feel like eggplant makes my mouth a little itchy. Am I allergic to eggplant? Rosemary? Huh. I don't like that sensation at all. Anyway, yeah, this is something. It's very stringy. Okay, that's a nice piece right there. Final thoughts are, it's not worth it. I mean, even if it had come out correctly, like the right texture, I think it's too much work for the end result. It's just so much time just baking it and all that. Yeah, I mean, like, if it was a thing available at a restaurant, sure, give it a try. But it's just, there's so many ingredients, and so it takes so long to do everything. There's so many different steps for what, it's like the end result is not incredible. Again, I say that knowing that I skipped out on a lot of things, a lot of very essential ingredients, and also my end result was not accurate to how it's supposed to be. So, anything to add? Tired. Very nice, very nice. Also, I don't know why, it really hurts my mouth. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I burned my mouth earlier on something else. But, ow, quite painful. I don't know what that's about. So if I was to do this again, which I don't think I would, definitely would not blend up a bunch of beets and pretend it's beet juice. Because there's just a lot of fiber in that, and I just end up with this thick beet sauce. It's like applesauce, but with beets. And then also, I guess, I don't know what I can do with my oven. I guess just turn up the heat more, try to get a little bit closer, even though the oven rack doesn't really get higher than that, but figure something out to just get it elevated a little bit more. Because it's gotta like, really just char on the outside. You can peel it off and then still have a whole eggplant intact on the inside without just cooking internally like it did. But I don't see any way. I don't even see any outcome where the amount of work would be worth it. But you know, I'm sure if you do it the exact Gordon Ramsay way, then it's actually an incredible, you know, very fancy meal. Tell Gordon, how'd I do? What would you rate it? Here it is. Take one more look at it. You just served it at your restaurant. Just kidding. So anyway, yeah, there you go. I mean, if I were you, I probably wouldn't make this. Don't bother with it. You'd probably have more fun with the flour chicken, and I think the end result is more interesting, you know, and better, and just cool, you know, something you kind of like work at, get better at. At the end result of this, it's like it's eggplant cooked a different way. I don't know. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this. Thanks for watching. You think you're gonna try it? Let me know down in the comments. Or yeah, anyway, I'll see you next time. WiLLo Davis out.